Good morning, my children. So, welcome back to our YouTube class. On the last occasion, we completed reading lesson 8, that is The Snail, the poem The Snail. So, today we shall discuss the activities. Let's start working out the activities. Question number 1, that must be the MCQ test, and you have to pick out the correct alternative, 1A. With the slightest touch, the snail shrinks into its house with displeasure. 1. With the slightest touch, the snail shrinks into its house with. There are 4 options: displeasure, pleasure, pain, and surprise. You have read already. Give but his horns the slightest touch, his self-collecting power is such, he shrinks into his house with much displeasure. So here the answer: with the slightest touch, the snail shrinks into its house with displeasure. Next, question number B. In its house, the snail lives with. There are 4 options again: parents, as you live; friends, as you stay during your school hours; relatives, as we often stay in celebration, in the time of celebration, something like that. For no one, we have read, wherever he dwells alone. That means the snail lives his life, in its house the snail lives with no one. The option number 4 is the answer. Question number C. The snail lives his life like a. The answer is not properly given in the 4 stanzas which are in your textbook, which are in your syllabus. In the last stanza, so far I can remember, this word is particularly mentioned by the poet, but in your syllabus, such information is not very clear, but you can guess that the correct alternative is hermit. The snail lives his life like a hermit. Hermit. Why hermit is the correct option? Because the snail lives alone. You have learned in the last stanza of the poem in your book that the snail lives alone. Hermit, monks live with other monks, because monks are the sannyasis, they are the monastic people of a monastic society. So monks have companions, but hermits always stays alone. The snail stays alone, so the snail lives his life like a hermit. Okay. So first option is displeasure, 1. B, question number B, the right option is no one, that is option number 4. And the correct answer for question number 1C is hermit, that is option number 4. Now come to the true-false test. Question number 2. You have to write down true or false, or T or F. Just remember one thing, my boys. If you are asked to write T or F, then you have to write T or F in the boxes. But if there is no such instruction mentioned in the question that you have to write T or F, you must write down true and false. If you are instructed to write T or F, then you have to write T or F. Otherwise, you have to write completely true or false. Do you understand what I have said? So here you are not asked to write true T or F. So you have to write true or false. And you have to also mention the supporting statement or words or phrases. Question number 2a. The snail fears to fall from the wall. The snail fears to fall from the wall. Absolutely false, isn't it? In the first stanza, we have clearly read the fact that the snail does not have any fear to fall down, isn't it? And the supporting statement, nor fears to fall, nor fears to fall. Only this phrase is enough, only this clause is enough, nor fears to fall. Okay? So the snail fears to fall from the wall, that is false, and the supporting statement is nor fears to fall. Now, question number B, 2b. The snail comes out of his house during a storm. During a storm, nobody but an insect comes out of his or her house, isn't it? পাগল ছাড়া কেউ ঝড়ের সময় বাইরে বেরোয় না। আর আমাদের তো শামুককে দেখে বেশ বুদ্ধিমান প্রাণী বলে মনে হচ্ছে। So there is no question for the snail to come out during a storm, isn't it? The snail comes out of his house during a storm. That is absolutely false statement. So you have to write false. And the supporting statement is, within that house secure he hides, when danger imminent betides of storm. You have to write the entire portion that I mentioned just now. Within that house secure he hides, when danger imminent betides of storm. Okay, that is the supporting statement. Next, come to the next question. The snail and his house are inseparable. Again, there is no proper supporting statement for this statement, for this question. The snail and his house are inseparable. From our experience and also from the information given in the text, we know that that is an absolutely true statement. So you have to write true, T-R-U-E, true. Now, what is the supporting statement? I have already told you that there is no straightaway phrase or statement to prove this, to justify your choice. But we have to pick out. We have to pick out. What is the question? The snail and his house are inseparable. Okay, no problem. As if he grew there, house and all. This house and all. This may be the supporting statement, house and all. There are other clues also. He shrinks into his house with much displeasure. It might also be a supporting statement. Okay. Now, come to the question answer. Now we have to answer the questions given from the text. There are only two questions. What does the snail usually stick itself to? Very easy question to answer. Very easy question. What does the snail usually stick itself to? To which surface the snail can stick itself? The snail usually sticks itself to any surface like grass, leaf, fruit, or wall. Okay? I am telling again. The snail usually sticks itself to any surface like grass, leaf, fruit, or wall. Do you understand? Okay. Now come to the next question. What makes the snail well satisfied? What makes the snail well satisfied? You have the clue to this answer in the last two lines. Well satisfied to be his own whole treasure. So, the answer, what should be the answer? Being his own whole treasure. Being his own whole treasure, or to be his own whole treasure, makes the snail well satisfied. Being his own whole treasure, or to be his own whole treasure, makes the snail well satisfied. This is also a very easy answer. Now, let's start working out the grammar portion. Only 4 questions are there, and that is also those are very easy questions to answer. Transformation, not quite transformation. These questions are that is making questions and making interrogative sentences. You have learned in the earlier lesson how to make questions. So this is nothing new to you. I have already discussed with you about it. Question number 4. 4a. Siraj always rises early. Siraj always rises early. Interrogative sentence using does. Just notice, my boys, you are not asked to make a question. You have to make the sentence interrogative. It is an assertive sentence, and you have to convert it into an interrogative one. And you have to begin your sentence with does. So, when you are doing this, you should not change the meaning of the sentence. So, the answer should be, does not Siraj always rise early? Does not Siraj always rise early? If you do not use not, the meaning will be absolutely contrary to the given sentence, isn't it? Siraj always rises early. Siraj সবসময় তাড়াতাড়ি ঘুম থেকে ওঠে। যদি তোরা লিখিস does Siraj always rise early, একটা ডাউট কিন্তু থেকে যাচ্ছে, সিরাজ কি প্রতিদিনই ঘুম থেকে ওঠে? তাহলে মানেটা তো ঠিক হলো না। কাজেই লিখতে হবে does not Siraj always rise early? সিরাজ কি সবসময়ই তাড়াতাড়ি ঘুম থেকে ওঠে না? Okay? Do you understand, my boys? Now come to the question number B. Joyce is the best singer in the class. Joyce is the best singer in the class. And the instruction is that information question using who. Here you have to frame a question, and you have to frame the question, begin the question with who. That is, the question would be an information question, isn't it? Very easy to answer. Who is the best singer in the class? Who is the best singer in the class? Now come to the next question, 4c. He saw the rainbow. Interrogative sentence using did. Again, this is the same trick as we have worked out in 4a question. He saw the rainbow. You have to frame an interrogative sentence using did. Did not he see the rainbow? Did not he see the rainbow? Okay. Now question number D. I go to school by bus. Information question using how. So here again you have to frame a question, an information question, and you have to begin the question with how. And when you are beginning the question with how, you have to make the sense of any manner, of any mode, any way. So the question would be, how do you go to school? How do you go to school? I go to school by bus. The answer is that. Then in the question, the I must be converted into you. Whenever there is first person in any answer, at the time of asking the question, the first person must be converted to the second person, isn't it? আমি স্কুলে যাই বাসে করে। কি প্রশ্ন এলে এই উত্তরটা লোকে করে, তুমি কিভাবে স্কুলে যাও, তাই তো? তাহলে আমিটা তুমি হয়ে যাচ্ছে। So the question that you have to frame should be, how do you go to school? How do you go to school? So it's over. We have worked out the activities. Only the writing activity is left, and in the next day I will help you in writing this letter. Okay, and with this, on the next day we shall complete reading our textbook, and the next day I will tell you what we should do after the completion of reading the textbook. So goodbye for today.